Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, whether it's an old one or a new one. Here are readings for more or less December. These energies are coming in with the sun in Sagittarius, and it's already there. So whenever you watch it, it's probably a good time for you to watch it. This time I'm using 3 decks. The Silver Witchcraft Tarot deck for general reading, Mariel Tarot, only major arcanas for the general energy for each sign, and Witches Tarot as a modifier. I will only choose 1 card for each decan of the sign, which is a novelty. So, that's it. And now, onto your reading. Enjoy. Hello Pisces, here's a reading for you for December 2017, more or less. Whenever you watch it, it's probably the best time for you to watch it. So first I'm going to draw 1 card from Mariel Tarot deck, the Major Arcanas. Please guide me for Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising. This one, and you have the Devil. For me, the Devil is mostly about facing your fears. Of course, it may be addiction of some kind, restriction you put to yourself. But most of all, this is meeting your shadow. And meeting your shadow can be a very transcendent experience. I like the definition in the Mariel Tarot of this, because it shows the bright side of Devil, because each and every card has its bright side. And this one also has it. The Devil is lies, illusions, bondage, addiction, opposition, and personal demons. Yeah, that's right. Also, it is humor in the face of opposition, an opportunity to do what is right. And this is the most important thing to me. The opportunity to do what is right. Facing and defeating one's demons. I would even say embracing one's demons. To the Grand Tarotist Atela, the Devil represented a great force propelling you towards a fate, which could be for either good or ill. And it's always like that. Everything might be for either good or ill. There's also a nice definition in the Witchcraft Tarot deck. And I also appreciate it very much. Just let me find it. Because, you know, this card is notorious, and of course for a reason. But really, it has a great potential, as they say, potential for abundance and liberation, mastery of life force, not only obsession and materialism. It's also the call to awaken to responsibility. So, in a way, it's calling you to embrace your nature in its wholeness. That's why I like the Devil card. Okay, so that's the main major arcana for you for this month. Now let's look at your cards. I have them shuffled already, so now I just want to cut them. Please guide me for Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising. Okay. We have 8 cards for heptapod spread that I invented, and we will look at the bottom of the deck, also the Devil, so the same energy in the background. So it's kind of background energy for you. It's not necessarily yours. It may be covered by something. It may not be very obvious, but it is here and it's influencing you. Let's look at you. Your card is 6 of Chalices, which for me speaks about emotional harmony, most of all. the most popular interpretation of this card is the past, the nostalgia. But when I look at the kids that are very often depicted on this card, I see the ability to enjoy life as it is every day. Little things like flowers, like blue skies, like piling rocks, you can see. These are all easy activities, pretty and plain. And Six of Chalices is enjoying them, enjoying everyday life, having this heart full of appreciation and gratitude for every day. Very harmonious card. I like it. Now let's look at the modifiers. This is a new thing, only for solar Pisces. So if you have your sun in Pisces, these three cards will modify in a way your reading. Each sign is divided into three decans. The first decan is at the beginning of the sign, the first 10 days of the sign. The second decan's next 10 days of the sign. And the third decan, last 10 days of the sign. So if you were born in February, you're in the first decan of Pisces. Then, more or less, from the 1st of March to the 10th of March, you are the second decan, and between the 10th and 20th, more or less, because it depends on the year, you are in the third decan. So let's look. Show me for Pisces, solar Pisces. The first decan has five of Swords. The second decan has Page of Wands. And the third decan has Knight of Cups. So somehow it adds to this Six of Chalices for you. I would say the first decan may have difficulties with enjoying life to the fullest, because Five of Swords is always about the disrupting force of ego, disrupting force of thoughts about how important I am. Page of Wands is quite another in energy, and I feel that those of you born in the second decan of Pisces might really enthusiastically enjoy this emotional harmony. And Knight of Cups for the third decan indicates that not only you enjoy this harmony and have this emotional fulfillment, but you're also able to express it, able to give it to others, able to show it perhaps in an artistic manner, or perhaps just saying about it, praising it. So that's more or less this. Let's look at your force from above. What's above you? That's Five of Chalices. You're not the first one who has it. So this is quite mixed, right? There is this potential of emotional stability and harmony and happiness, but also it mixes with this Five of Chalices. I feel this is somehow connected with the devil, like the something around you happening, but it also, of course, it also mirrors within you. If something is palpable and visible and around you, and you put attention to it, this indicates there is also a place for it in you, in yourself. So there is a place for sorrow here. There is a place of feeling that you lost something. But it also may show you what's important to you, because Five of Cups, generally the sorrow energy, the grief, it's not in vain. It's never in vain. It always shows us what's important for us, because we only grieve over things that were important for us. So pay your attention to this. What is really that's so important for you? Okay, it is a very valuable information. That's why I never discard cards like this. I never say, oh, this is a bad card. Oh no, Five of Chalices. Oh no, Seven of Swords. No. Each and every energy has the potential to make you brighter, stronger, more fulfilled, more happy. And each and every energy brings information, brings life to your life, more life to your life. Different aspects, many different shadows and colors of life. So pay your attention to what the world is telling you about what's important for me that I lost or may be losing right now, or I'm afraid to lose. What's going to the past? The Justice card. Perhaps the feeling of harmony, perhaps for some of you, of course, very literally, this may mean some issues with law and justice. Some balancing, some karma taking place. This feeling that justice was done or wasn't. I don't read reversals generally because I always remember that each card has double meaning, right? It has this meaning about justice being done, and it has this meaning of justice not being done. But there is issue of justice needed, this way or that way. So perhaps your grief is about something that wasn't done properly. Or perhaps your grief indicates that you're seeking for balance still. Perhaps you had this in the past and now you don't, but you feel you can. You still can. But there is this, there's a haziness here. Like it's not, this feeling of emotional harmony, it's not stable. It's, I feel like it has just been born. And it's very fresh and delicate. Okay? What's the difficulty? What's the challenge for you? Ace of Pentacles. So, putting a material beginning into something. Planting a seed, as they say. But in a very concrete way. Like palpable, again. Something palpable, something of real value. Solid beginning is what's making difficulties for you in this situation. Perhaps because, as I said, I feel there's a kind of haziness here. And this Ace of Pentacles is a very stable one. Tiny, with great potential, but stable, okay? What's the cure for it? What's the answer? How to cope with this? With Four of Wands, so building more stability, I feel. But also, because this is Venus in Aries, right? So this is a card where something beautiful and harmonious enters a very fiery sign of Aries. The beginning, so the beauty added to the beginning, beautify, to beautify. But yes, I feel more stability is what you need, because as I said, this is very fluid, and Four of Wands is very stable card. We often see this Four of Wands and garlands on them, and it's like home. It's like establishing a safe place where you can always go, a sanctuary, a friendly home. It's also, happiness and celebration and being together with others. So you need more of this open home energy, but stable place. Refuge. If the fish swims all the time, it gets tired, I feel. So find a cave, find a home or go back home. Let's look, what's your strength? The Hermit. What did I say about the cave? I was expecting this to happen, and here it is. Yeah, you can retreat. And you know you're good at it. You know you're good at looking for answers in yourself, but you need peace and quiet and seclusion, perhaps. Some kind of isolation. It doesn't mean you don't need to see people, because these two cards together exclude this, right? You need to be with people, but you also need to be with a special kind of people. It's not about throwing parties. No, it's rather about this wintry quality of sitting together by the fire and talking long hours and listening to long stories and being very quiet and receptive and mindful. I think mindful. It's not, chit chat and who talks louder is the winner. No. Who talks quieter is the winner here. Few words, perhaps. More feeling than talking. More understanding than sprouting with words. A very cozy and nice feeling. I feel it now. It's so nice. I love this energy. And this light shining. You have the lantern here, you have the fire here. So there's something about this light, perhaps candlelight, if you don't have a fireplace at home. Candle is quite enough to sit around and look at flames and finding answers. What to focus on, Pisces? The Page of Swords. That's interesting. It's a shift in energy. But somehow I feel when you build your strength here in this safe place, you may be able to encounter something. And this is challenging, I feel. This is some truth you need to see, you need to understand, you need to tell. Perhaps some news which some people may find unpleasant about you. But this page is always about truth. Always, no matter what, no matter how harsh it is. I appreciate this card because it's my energy, I feel. I know it's immature, perhaps, for some. But the purity of this is air and earth. So this is down to earth truth. Perhaps learning something for you. You may be the one who delivers, but you may also be the one who receives here. But the truth is triumphant here. Look at the expression on the face of this page. There's nothing wrong in it. She's happy with what she has. And she says, look what I have. Look. Triumphant truth. So something comes to light here, I feel. And this is what you should focus on. Bringing something into light. Understanding something deeply. And communicating this. This is very much about communication. Bright skies here. The brightest card of all of these, right? Okay, and the last one that I like to call a vista. I don't like, well, sometimes it is a result. Sometimes it is an advice. But generally, this is something you need to see. It may be beautiful, it may be surprising, but you need to see it. The look. Knight of Swords, so maturing energy, or rather the truth, brings action. This is the most dynamic card in this spread, definitely. Knight of Swords, I sometimes call it I don't know how to say it in English, a stonehead, a crusader. Okay, a crusader. Someone that is very taken by the truth and acts almost without thinking, which is funny because this is, this is the suit of air, and air is thinking, is analyzes, and rationality. But this knight is very swift, swifter than his mind almost. But this time I don't feel it. I don't feel it at all. I feel it's a natural progression, and it's very much needed. The dynamism of this progression. Delivering the truth, or seeing the truth, understanding the truth, and taking action accordingly. It's very accordingly. So if you were suffering from some kind of immobility, because I feel it's very harmonious, nevertheless. I don't see stagnation here. I just need time to retreat. There's something like this here. I needed time to retreat. I needed time to gather my power, to know who I am again, to feel myself. And knowing and having this, and knowing what I get to know here, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to act very accordingly. So it's this rare occasion that I don't feel any anxiety with this Knight of Swords, because generally Knight of Swords may be a very dangerous card. Not this time. It has this solid basis of feeling at home and a deep feeling of who I am, understanding myself. So if this Knight is preceded by energies like this, I don't fear it. It's adequate. It's okay in this place. Okay? Pisces, I like your reading. I think maybe those of you from the first solar decan of Pisces, only for those of you with this Five of Swords, you may have the most difficulties with this. But you know the answer, you know what to do with this. You really know. Just find time to provide it to yourself. And I think this will work out very well. Okay? It's all fine here. So, Pisces, thank you for your time. And may the universe bless you. See you next month.